everybody, this is Souls44 and welcome back to another episode of Galactic Chickens. I'm here today to show you this amazing mod pack and also to talk a little bit about how to get flight, or at least somewhat flight, early on in the mod pack. And I was starting to do the process in the last episode, but I didn't have any ender pearls to make it happen. So I had to go take my breeding system down a little bit and do some off-camera breeding. I'm going to go over some of the breeding I did real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about how to do the flight. Hopefully you caught the last video. If not, I'll do a real quick coverage of what GP is and how to create the squid ring, and then how we're going to end up having to do a nether adventure with that squid ring in order for you to get flight. So if you haven't been to the nether, you can't get the angel ring. You'll have to find some other way to fly. But with that kind of flight, you can fly anywhere, and that's the really great part about it. Now you could make, I believe in this mod pack we have the jetpacks. Let me go ahead and check and see. I think we have jetpacks. So you could make jetpacks right now. Yep, you could definitely make jetpacks. On the server I have a fluxed infused armor on, but I am also using the angel ring. I like the angel ring because it modifies how you look. If you notice, when I put my rings on, the backside will give me a cool little set of chicken wings right now, because I have a chicken ring made. But the next one I'm going to make is a squid ring. So let's get into that. You're going to craft a lasso. All right, craft a lasso. There are two, as you can see, different kinds of lassos. You have the cursed lasso and the golden lasso. The golden lasso can capture non-hostile mobs. And this is really good to use to move animals around if you want to create a farm and you just want to go ahead and go, all right, so I want to hold an item or an animal in my storage. I can do that too. It's very useful. I really like it. It doesn't require any GP to use. The excuse me, the cursed lasso, on the other hand, is for hostile mobs. Now, most hostile mobs, it doesn't really matter, but some hostile mobs require you to actually harm them and weaken them so that you can capture them, and then you can relocate them to other locations. I do not believe it works on boss mobs, but I'm not 100% sure. But prepare yourself for a little bit of weirdness if you're going to try and move a hostile mob that's a boss around. I know you can't catch a dragon in that thing. If you could, it'd be incredibly weird and very dangerous. But let me go ahead and cover the squid ring. So in order to make the squid ring, you're going to craft that lasso. So I'm going to type in squid and ring, and this is it right here, ring of the flying squid. As you see, it says uses 16 GP. So as long as you're flying, you're going to be using 16 GP. Right now, fortunately, I have 4 water mills running as well as 3 solar panels, and they are continuously making GP for me passively. Once you do those, you can hide those somewhere in the world, put them somewhere else, whatever. I like to cover them with some slabs, or glass slabs, or some kind of decoration to kind of use them as a decorative block, because they don't look half bad, and it's kind of neat to have and to show people, look, hey, this is how you can do it. You can always show them in the world. In the server, you can actually win an angel ring and a dragon mill. That is a possibility if you're a gambling person, so you might want to go check that out. Now, to craft this, I'm going to need black dye or ink sacs or any of these different variants of black dye, 2 diamonds, an ender pearl, which I was missing in the last episode, a chicken ring, which is super easy to make. It's just catch a chicken, and then you have feathers, and then 2 of these resonating redstone crystals, which you can get from a chicken or you can get from breaking redstone enough. I have enough of those, I'm pretty sure. So now I have my chicken ring. When I go to create, it's going to say I don't have my squid. But I do now have my ender pearl thanks to an ender pearl chicken. So I never even had to go to the end. I didn't have to kill enderman. I just made a chicken that gave me ender pearls. I am now currently breeding up other chickens to give me other assets, and I will eventually take those 2 ender pearl chickens that I have, and I'm going to breed them together to make a 10-10-10 ender pearl chicken, and then that ender pearl chicken, I will then increase the amount of those until I have 16 of those, so I am getting a constant flow of ender pearls, because believe me, for some of the things that I want to do, I'm going to need a lot of them. Now, it doesn't pull it in there because it doesn't recognize it, but you can put it in there. Now I have the ring of the flying squid, and you get your lasso back. So then I could use this lasso to start working on the angel ring. Since that's the goal, and if you look, it says using 16. Because I have it in my inventory at all, oh, it's dark. I don't want to have, there are smart mobs in this mod pack, meaning they are smart enough to track you down and things like that. I've been very lucky and very fortunate not to have that issue so far, but they get annoying and they're smarter. So, now they have the ring of flying squid. It is a bauble so that it can go inside your bauble slots. Or you can just have it on you. When I push up, you can see that I have I want to warn you about something. Okay, when you run out, you're gonna drop. I'm wearing slime boots, and that prevents you from taking any fall damage. Slime can be made from buckets of water and rice. So you can always make slime that way. I have slime chickens, I'll be using that slime. But early game, you want to make slime boots so that way you don't die from falling. That's a must to have. Between a slime sling and a slime boots, you can get around the world pretty good. But now that I have this, I kind of like have a jetpack effect. You hold the space button down and it should let you fly. You'll fly until that bar runs out. Now if you kind of like feather it, you can kind of float for a while. As you can see, I can fly for long distance. If you fly straight up, you're going to lose it. So as you fall, you kind of like, you can jet out of water too. So it's kind of like having a jet propulsion, like a squid that jets ink, right? That's what's basically going on. Now, we're going to want to make an angel ring. So to make an angel ring, I will type in angel. Look, there are very many variants of an angel ring, but the most simple one is the one you're going to want right away because that's the one that's going to get you going. As I said before, you have a cursed lasso. Now, inside that cursed lasso, you must catch a ghast. To get the ghast, you're going to need to be in the nether and hurt the ghast a little bit. If you hurt the ghast a little bit, eventually you'll get them weak enough you can capture a ghast. So it's not super like easy to do. So there is a challenge to getting creative flight. On top of that, it requires 32 GP, so you got to make sure you have enough GP available at all times. The bat must be caught in a golden lasso. It's not a hostile mob. I know a lot of people think bats are hostile, but they're not. They're not going to attack you, but you can get bat wings from them in this mod pack, and you can use them to create this ring. Now this is actually one of the hardest things to do, because finding a bat isn't much like digging a hole and there's a bat. Usually you can find them inside ravines and inside caves. Oftentimes you'll find them in dark areas that are open. That's the idea, that's where they spawn. You can get lucky like I did, and you can also do a bee. There's a bee that will create bats. There's a bee that will create wolves. There's a bee that will create ghasts. So if you wanted to really do it without going to the nether and doing all the searching around, you could do it. That's what I'm getting at. Now this cursed lasso requires a drop of evil. And you're going to see that I don't have any drops of evil. The drops of evil are going to be in the mod pack and in the server and are a dangerous item, but they drop from, if you click on it, a wither skeleton. These are the things that drop from wither skeletons: coal, bones, wither dust, and drops of evil. This is the most dangerous item about it. Now, it is affected by looting, and there's a 10% chance. Now, wither skeletons don't just spawn like crazy in the nether. They don't. But we're going to go in the nether, and we're going to try without armor on, which is, I know it's ridiculously bad idea, but for the sake of hurrying up and getting it done, I do sometimes take some risks. We're going to go to the nether, because I need to get a drop of evil in order to get that lasso. Then that lasso, oh, pick up my leather. You know what I'm going to do? I take that back. I'm going to make some armor. I have obsidian, so let's see what kind of armor I can make. Just blatant basic armor. In this mod pack, we have emeradic. We should have diamantine. Diamantine armor is 3 and 8. Emeradic is 3 and 9. Black quartz is actually available to us. And emerald. Emerald is 2 and 9. So basic armor from made with emeralds. There's a diamond armor. Of course, I've got plenty of diamonds. And what I would like to get is something that is fireproof or fire resistant. So if I did fire, let's see what I have available to me. We're going to the nether, right? I mean, fire resistance? Probably a good idea. Oh, there's all kinds of cool looking fire everything. At one point, I'm going to do bees. I'm going to collect bees, so you'll see that too. So I could create a smeltery item. I could go to the Twilight Forest and get this Naga scale tunic type stuff, you know. But I'm not going to go to the Twilight Forest yet. I want to be able to fly. That way I can have a little bit easier time there and it's not all messed up during my videos. I don't want to mess with you guys and be like, or I don't want you to laugh at me too much. I know it's going to be fun to watch me die as it is. I'm probably going to end up dying in the Nether right now anyway. I haven't done a whole lot of exploring there. Without further ado, there are some other versions of stuff that I could do. I could do Fluxed Electrum. So if I type in Fluxed, let's see what I have. To make Fluxed Electrum, I'm going to need to stabilize redstone. This is going to require a lot of crafting that I don't feel like doing on camera for you guys. But I do like the armor, and it does provide you with an infinite quiver of arrows, and you can use that for ranged weapons. Super fun. So let's go ahead and make the armor real quick. What do I have? Do I have emerald? I have 10 emerald. What about diamond? Diamond's not so hot. Obsidian is weak. Do I just, maybe I should just go ahead. Now I could use tinkers to make myself some armor that way. And I might do that. Just because you can make it look cool. What is it? What does it got? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to make it with obsidian. It's not, this isn't permanent. I'm just doing it real quick because it's easy. And I'm going to use obsidian because you can use the part builder and I don't have to melt anything down, I think. But I'm also going to need some patterns. Because I'm going to be able to make, so let's, you know what we're going to learn today. Let's experiment today. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Just make 12. That should be plenty. Hopefully it doesn't get dark on me. I'm going to do I would do a real quick check on my chickens, but I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up getting stuck, and I won't do any more things except for that. So for the helmet, you're going to need to make this piece right here. It's a helmet core. I'm going to put that down. And then we're going to make this piece here, the armor trim pattern, because most of the armor trim is needed. The armor plates, the regular armor chest piece, the leg piece. You get the idea. We're going to go on into the boots. And then I believe this is a polishing kit. And what that polishing kit's going to let you do is augment your armor with a higher level. It's very similar to what I did with the stone obsidian hammer. As you see, it says fortified minielium. What I did was I made a sharpening kit with minielium in the smeltery, which I just wanted to do just in case I ran across draconium. And the sharpening kits, I believe, should let you augment your armor in very much the similar same way. Now, the tool forge has to be made before you can make the armor. Oh, it's a armor forge. I'm going to have to make the armor forge. My mistake. Well, I will make a set of weapons. I could always make these if I wanted to. This is what I'm probably going to do, is make a shuriken. A shuriken? Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and make that tool forge real quick. Or armor forge. So I'm going to put an armor forge. And I'm going to make it real quick. Hopefully I got enough seer stone to do this. I'm going to make it out of the most common, easy thing. I can make it out of iron. I think iron ought to be good. First you make an iron. Oh, let's go ahead and do this. Armor stand. So first I'm going to make the armor. I don't usually do this. I'm sorry. I don't make the armor this way, but I think for the sake of video, to let people see how to do it, this is how to do it. So normally my armor station would be like this. Let me show you what it looks like. That's it. So you can produce your helmet, your body armor, whatever. I want to get to the advanced stuff. And in order to get the advanced stuff, you're going to need solid blocks of metal to make. So I use iron and seer bricks. Let's see, hopefully I got enough, so I don't. Well, let me just eat my words on that one. As far as the blocks, let's just go ahead and craft a stack. I have 20,000 things of iron right now. It doesn't take long to get way too much. Now, as you can see, I don't have any seer stone. But what I do have, it should be enough cobble in here. Ooh, not much. is enough cobble to melt down in my smeltery to produce... Yeah, let's go ahead and melt that down. Ooh, I'm flying. Forgot I got flight. So this is going to produce sear stone. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. You could shift click all that in there. And this is going to slowly melt down and become sear. Now this timer is set to hit this faucet to provide a redstone signal to kind of automate this sear drain. There's other ways of doing it, but this is RF tools, and it just basically constantly provides a tick to activate this. Since sear stone cannot be made into ingots, it's going to ignore this cast, which is an ingot cast, and it's just going to be able to wait for me to automate this. Now I could put down a signal to activate the faucet the same way I'm doing this faucet, but I don't want it to sit there and start and stop and start and stop. All right, so now we're looking at blocks. Like, hopefully we get 3 blocks. What is it doing? It is making sear bricks. I eat my words just like that. So never mind. I'd rather have blocks. So I'm going to tell it I want to make blocks. I can make blocks out of it anyway, but either way, that's what I get for saying stuff like that, and then right away it automatically does the opposite. Derp. So there's one. Don't have enough. So let's see if I got enough to make the 3. I think I do. 1, 2. Oh wait, notice there's a difference. Let me show you the difference. Let me get away from that portal. I'm going to break that portal here anyway. I want to make a portal room and a house here in just a second. Looks like my chickens ran out of seeds. So sear stone, when it comes out of the smeltery and it just comes out from melted cobblestone, is like this in there. But you can put it inside your crafting and now it becomes a seared paver. I believe the seared pavers allow you to move faster when you walk on them. I'm not 100% sure. I like to put them in there again, and now I have 3 seared bricks. This should be enough for me to now create my armor forge. Now the armor forge is going to be a little different, and I don't know if it's going to connect the same. We'll see. I've made a little bit of a conundrum here. Oh, it does connect. All right, so what's the difference? Are you telling me there's no difference? Maybe it didn't have the augments? I don't know. But we're going to come over here to the part builder. And first thing we're going to do is create a helmet. So I can put that in there. I'm going to get my helmet. Now, if you hold the shift button, you can see the defense. Wow, that's a pretty good durability, I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's better than... It's going to be better. So I'm going to go ahead and create it. I'm just going to go ahead and, for the sake of argument and to get this video going, armor forge. The helmet is going to require one of these, one of those, one of those. So one of each. And since I'm doing this, let's go ahead and say there's one for that and that. So it's going to require 2. So one of those for every single one. So that means 2, 4, that's 4 of each. So 4 of each of these trims and 4 of each of the... So 4 of these. So we're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go over here to this one. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and check the chest plate, the legs, and the shoes. Now, we're going to come over here to the armor forge, and we're going to click helmet, and put 1 of each. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and put all 4 in there. There we go. Now we have our obsidian helmet. It doesn't look like it's as strong as it could be, but I think I can work on that. Now we're going to do the chest plate, chest piece. All right, the legs, and then the boots. All right. Dirity is a it's like an ability that's built into the obsidian, and it's It's like automatic. And look, it's even showing me what I would look like inside my armor, which I like the way my skin looks when I'm wearing armor. I know people look at me and they're like, oh, why do you look so weird with your skin? Which I'm going to be working on. But I tell them, when I put armor on, I can see my eyes and my mask gets covered up. Yes, that is a mask, by the way. So that's basically that. Now, I want to be able to augment this thing. This armor is not fully done. It's not done at all. In fact, let's check out what happens when we add some emeralds and diamonds and redstone, because I believe it has the same augments that you would get on weapons and such. And let's say quartz, maybe. And I'm also going to pull out the Tinker's book. So I type in Tinker. No, type in armor. Oh, there it is. Materials in new armor book. We have about 10-15 minutes left in the video for me to cover this real quick. I'm not going to go to the nether today. I want to make sure I cover all this real quick. I'll go to the nether probably in the next episode. So, let's open our book. As you can see, you can make those parts out of a lot of different other things. You can repair the tools using the sharpening kits, kind of like you would repair your pickaxe, as in I showed you in my previous videos, how you can just sit there with a stone, and in stone hammer, I can just repair it now with stone sharpening kits forever, pretty much, and I can just repair it on the go. No, it's not as awesome as like a powered tool, but I mean, why? Save myself a little bit of time, right? Now, if you look, you can use different parts to make your pieces. It doesn't have to be the same, so you can get more than one ability. Now, I used obsidian, so I'm going to click on that, and it's going to show me that the defense is actually lower than prismarine, which makes me feel sad because I have prismarine. However, I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix some of this stuff. Let's go up to the top and go to armor materials. And we're going to take a look at some of the basic armors that I don't have to smelt down. Prismarine, endstone, paper, cactus, I think gives people, like, if they hurt you, like spikes. Like I have spikes on me, and if a creature hurts me, it hurts them back. Now, you would think that sounds awesome, and it is really good for items like shields and things, but definitely not okay on your armor all the time, because what if I want to capture a creature? If they attack me and they hurt me for a lot of damage, it might end up killing them, and that's not what I want to have happen. But it is definitely something to look into. Sponge, which should have a lot of durability, and things like that. So we're going to look at first of all, we're going to look at how are we going to increase our stuff without having to use the smeltery. So let's go look at the prismarine. You know what? I'm curious as to what the prismarine does for me. All right, it says aqua speed. So the armor gives you movement in the rain and damage attackers on contact based on durability. Oh, okay, cool. So that actually damages the attackers as well. And aqua speed sounds pretty cool. So I can get all these different abilities. Your armor lasts longer most of the time is what that one does, which is great. I want my armor to last a long time, but I do like the defense, if you see on this, is better on the prismarine. The durability is less. The toughness is less. All right. Endstone. Okay, what was the endstone? So we're talking about defense. 16, 18, only 9. Enderport, what's that do? Might teleport you out of danger. No, forget that. I want to teleport anywhere. That's not cool. As if they're changing, maybe time will tell. What? Paper gives you more modifiers. So you can make your stuff out of like more durable stuff if you use enough. If you use 5 durability modifiers increases on your stuff, it makes it unbreakable. So you could technically make unbreakable stuff. But I'm going to repair my stuff. I enjoy doing that kind of thing. So that's the ones that we could use. It looks like I'm going to be going with... Oh, now see, now that's weird. As far as the combination of stuff goes, I think if I could make firewood... What is firewood? Combustible? I don't want that. And pig iron and things like that. I could do that, all that stuff later. Green slime crystals. See, they all give me different things. Blue slime crystals. Netherrack. Netherrack is something I could do. Works better in hot environments. Extra protection from non-nether mods. I know there's one that will stop me from taking fire damage. And I want to get to where I'm working towards that. Oh, here's the modifiers. Okay, so fire resistance. There we go. It needs to be projectile resistant. No, fire resistant. Reduces damage from fire and lava. Requires only one modifier. Not compatible with other resists multiple levels. So I have to create this modifier, I guess. Okay. Diamond will increase durability, minor armor, and toughness increase. Single use fabulous. 50% base durability increase. Single use outrageous. So diamond and emerald will make me look cool too. That's basically part of it. There's the reinforcement modifiers. These right here, 5 of those in a row, it should technically give me unbreakable. I think it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And then once it reaches 100, it's unbreakable, whatever item it is. But that requires 5 modifiers, and I'm not going to do that. Sticky will allow slows enemies that attack me. And then, of course, there's the all-powerful Mending Moss, which stores XP and slowly repairs my armor over time. As I gain XP, it will actually apply to the armor and repair the armor. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to worry about Pop Chorus Fruit because I can't get those. Soulbound. In other mod packs, this would be amazing to have, but I mean, Nether Star, just to stop it from leaving you after you die. We have Graveyard mod in this mod pack, so with Galactic chickens, you can basically say I'm dead and then go over and pick up your grave and get your stuff back. Amphibious sounds really cool, but it does require a prismarine crystal. I don't think I have those yet. Invisibility ink. So there's a lot of, look at this stuff. This is crazy. Powerful. Cannot be applied, but look, we're just going to go for the fire resistance. Look, we're going to the nether. That's the goal. I don't care. I'm going to go here. What do I do to make this? So fire resistance modifier. Let's see what it takes to make this thing. So fire resistance modifier. There it is. It's any cast, blaze powder, and obsidian. Well, what do you know? You know what I'm going to do? Oops, first I'm going to sleep. Let's go ahead and make those casts. Or I think I already got some casts. Let's see what I got. To make casts, blank casts, it's actually really easy. I did it on accident. There's one right there. I'm not gonna use these up. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Watch this. You just take gold. Let's grab a few gold. It won't need that many. And if this is empty, this casting table, it's gonna make a blank cast. So I'm gonna fill that up. I wanted to see it. It looks kind of neat. Just in case you're wondering. I have a blank cast right here. So it should be able to use that. So let's look at fire resistance. All right, and so any cast at all, obsidian blaze powder. All right, I know I have blaze rods. All right, I do. Let's go ahead and make a stack. Can I do that? All right, cool. Stack of blaze. I will be able to get blaze a lot easier later on. Now the question is this: how many of these do I need to make? And I'm gonna need more blank cast anyway. I might as well go ahead. You know, like there's 3 more. The question is, will it, when I put this on the armor, wait, let's go ahead and take this off here. When I put this on the armor forge, the question is, do I need one for every piece of armor or not? So that's got 3 modifiers. I place that there, and I want to give it this fire resistance. Like, let's do the armor. Let's do the main armor. Okay, fire resistance. Oh, that changes how it looks and everything. Okay, that's not too bad. Additional protection, immolation is bad. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So now I have fire resistance there. And I'm questioning it, if I have fire resistance on every piece, what'll happen. But we're going to go ahead and say I want, will that give me speed? Yes, it does. It increases my speed. What will the quartz do? Quartz does nothing. The diamond, other than also looking really cool, it's going to increase my durability and my defense up to 20. You see that? Now what does my, what does emerald do? Emerald just gives me a little bit more durability. That's actually kind of weak. So I'm just going to use the diamond in that, and now I have fire resistance armor, and yeah, I don't know if that's going to be enough. And since I'm not too sure, I'll just go ahead and be safe and put fire resistance on all my pieces of armor. I would really think that'd be great if, for the cost of this, if this gives me fire immunity of some kind. Because now I have fire resistance. I'll have fire resistance on every piece of armor I've got. Just like that. And I had a talk with somebody real quick about this whole thing before, about how Tinker's armor, it to me is, I don't really care for it. I've used it in many mod packs. I've gone through playthroughs on alchemistries and just all kinds of mod packs. And sure, there's enough stuff you can put on it to make yourself stronger, but powered armor is just all around better, in my opinion, than any armor really. So if you have a set of armor that gives, wow, that looks kind of neat. You have a set of armor that gives you power or uses power for your defense, it's going to be stronger. So I almost always use those. Plus they provide you with flight most of the time, or some kind of defense that just drains only from the armor. So like dark steel armor, better than Tinker's armor as far as I'm concerned. Let's take a look here. All right, we're going to put this stuff on. Let's take a look at what do I look like. Oh, that means I lose the boots. I lose my slime boots. But yeah, I don't look too bad. Let me do a real quick. What do I look like? Yeah, I look all right. Hey, what's going on there? Kind of coppery looking. Okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now I'm going to leave these slime boots in my inventory just in case I need them. I do have some torches and some sharpening kits. We are going to end up going to the Nether very next episode. Yeah, definitely. I will do some off-screen work on some of these chickens. You take a look. They are growing quickly, and I will be wasting chickens if I don't work on them. So I apologize if I do a lot of that. I don't want to waste my seeds actually. Now I have on this armor. Let's hit control. The durability on these is not so hot because it's just straight up. But I have a modifier. Yeah, I have a modifier on each one of these. So I think that the modifier is compound. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, I'll need to use some more work to check that out. So let's say I wanted to do something really neat with my helmet. I could add, can I add speed bonus of 5. If I wanted to be faster, how much is it if I add this now on top of that? That doesn't really seem worth it to me. That's only, yeah, that's actually really disappointing. I'm extremely disappointed in that. And if I try to add diamond to it again, it won't work. So let's take one more real quick look at a modifier. So I can get projectile modifications. I might do that. Just regular resistance. Reduces damage from regular attacks, and that's just a resistance modifier. Blast resistance, so I can deal with explosions. There's the redstone part. Now, embossment allows you to, real quick, I'll cover embossment. Oh, high stride, telekinetic. What is this? I kind of like the idea of messing around with that. Powerful, dexterous. So I can add these gauntlets and things. Glowing. Frosty's pretty neat. So I can do a mixing of things. Now, embossment lets me basically change the armor pieces, as you can see, with another piece of a different material, so that I can kind of like customize the materials that it's made from after it's already been made. Because once you've made it, it's already solid and you can't be messed with. Now, polishing. If it acts just like it does with the tools, then essentially I could polish the material and make it stronger with a stronger material. So I can make one of these polishing deals and give it, yep, upgrades your armor to the material's toughness level. So if I find the right toughness level, it'll increase the toughness level material. Steel, if you saw it on there, it'll scroll through. Sponge is toughness of 5. So I can actually polish it with sponge and a sponge polishing kit and a sand, and it'll increase my toughness to 5. So even though sponge armor by itself is garbage, the material itself has good effects. So you could take the sponge and add it to you. Now, sponge is a hard item to find. I ain't going to pretend like it's easy and just walk around and find it. So, yeah, you know, you're going to have to look for it. So this episode's gone a little bit long. I think I covered quite a bit of stuff. I'm going to take a look at some of these really cool looking, I mean, there's knapsacks, travel cloaks and invisibility, falling, slow falling. Really important to have slow falling because now that I don't have slime boots, I take damage. That's right, the jetpack is awesome from the squid ring, but you can still die from falling. Once you get the angel ring, that goes away. But that's why I was using slime boots. So in any case, let me go ahead and put this armor on. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to go through an off-camera. I'm going to choose a modifier. I'll talk about it next episode. And for now, this is Souls44. Thanks for stopping by. Check out Galactic Chickens. It's available on Twitch Launcher. It's also available on the Forgecraft. Man, I got bees. Get off me, bees. Bees everywhere. Yeah, bees. Ugh. See? Damage. Damage. No good. Take care now. Bye-bye now.